There.
Whoa! Oh!
Popping bottles.
Hey Nick, in your Welcome to Zero clip, what was the deal with that lady chasing you behind you when you were going to hit a handrail?
She like lived in those apartments, and she was like, "You guys need to leave," and was getting all crazy. So she's finally like, "You need to leave, or I'm gonna call the cops." And we're like, "Please, call the fucking cops. Go back in your house, and we'll just get it done before the cops get here." So she's like, "Fine, I will. I'll go call the cops." She goes back in, and we're like still skating, and my run-up's like her house is behind the rails down there, and I see her come out, and she's like walking, and I'm out of breath because I'm trying to get it done before the cops show up or whatever. So I'm looking behind, watching her like walk towards me. She's coming back to have a go again. And I'm like waiting, trying to keep my breath back. So as soon as she's like real close, then I throw down. So I think as soon as I threw down, she started running. So she started chasing me as I did it.
It's funny because she almost looked like happy. If you look at the footage, like she doesn't look pissed. I thought it might have been
She's got like
joke.
She's got hoppiness. Yeah.
It's probably like she got some energy. She's like
some exercise.
Yeah, some energy.
She's out of the house.
Exercise.
Are you excited for Cold War and Road Less Traveled? Because everything's happening pretty quickly here.
I think I'm more excited for Road Less Traveled because it's actually over. And then Cold War is kind of like, we're in the last like couple weeks here. And got to get those weekend tricks and hopefully I feel good, but whatever. I mean,
plus you're a new dad again.
Oh yeah,
right?
That's part of why I hope I feel good. It's because I'd be sleeping, hardly sleeping or whatever. Just, it's hard to get used to it all over again. And then incorporating my daughter sometimes, she stays over and it's a little bit hectic sometimes, but I get along.
You named your son Gunner?
Gunner, yeah.
Okay. Tommy Guns and Gunner.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I like that. Hey, you named him. I like the name.
It's true.
Where did you guys go for Road Less Traveled?
Shoot.
It was all spots that no one's ever been to. Was that the theme?
I mean, people have been to certain places that we went, but then they hadn't really explored as much as we did, I guess, because we stayed there for like a week, 2 weeks at a time, like filming. So the amount of spots that people have already gone to and the amount of spots that are still out there, like that nobody's been to, I think we hit up a lot more of those never been seen kind of like first time skating spots. So it's kind of hectic, but a lot of stuff to skate, a lot of different places to go, and I mean the footage is pretty amazing. So I guess,
what do you think keeps people from, because like you just said, there's tons of spots that have been not explored or skated, probably more than have been skated. What do you think keeps people from discovering that more or like seeking that out? Is it just a comfort level of like going to Clipper Ledge and doing something that hasn't been done rather than putting the effort into finding a new spot? Or?
It's effort.
Yeah. sometimes there's effort involved. Sometimes there's no effort. You're just driving and like you're looking on the side of the road and you're like, holy shit, look at this spot. But then I don't know. It's all about like sometimes spots build up like fame or something, you know? And if you do something at that spot, it's like, oh shit, like you did that here. And then like, say you're out there going to new spots and making new tricks at a spot that nobody's ever skated. So that might become, might become the next spot that like people go to and they're like, oh dude, he did this or like whatever, you know? So
you guys think of a spot that people know, like kids out there, not maybe other pros, but that people don't know how gnarly it really is?
Every spot? I honestly think that. I think everything's gnarly when you get there in person.
I mean, that's my experience.
Yeah. All hills are steeper than they look.
Yeah.
All run-ups are worse than it looks. Fucking everything.
So wait, what are the cooler rulers?
Just a little posse we came up with on the trip. It's just like whoever was drinking constantly is just like part of the cooler rulers, you know? And then I don't know, it was just like at the end of the day, your cooler's empty and then you rolled pretty much.
It was nice. Wait, everyone has their own cooler.
No, we just have one community cooler, and
Community
everybody kind of fills it up and empties it and then fills it back up and
Yeah.
so on and so forth.
Yeah. So we've also been told that you pee your pants whether or not you're drunk.
It has happened once sober within the last year. I had like the most vivid pissing dream ever. And in the dream I was drunk and I was at the bar. And in the dream I'm wasted and I keep going back to the bathroom to take a piss. And I keep pissing and the feeling of needing to piss doesn't ever stop. So eventually in the dream, I guess it took over and I just pissed my pants in bed.
That's how it
Sober.
happens sober. Yeah.
Yeah, sober.
That's an easy way.
Yeah.
We've had like so many guests on here that come on that like get wasted and pee on their friends or like pee in the drawer or poop on the wall. There's a lot of that.
It's becoming increasingly common on this show for
Yeah.
those
I
stories
think,
to come
people
out.
are just
Maybe it's like a freedom movement. It's like the sexual revolution.
Yeah.
It's the pissing your pants revolution.
Hey, you're into high diving? You're a high dive
Where did that
maniac.
come from?
This is a
Who
quote.
said this?
Tommy is a high dive maniac. So good at it.
Who
What is
writes
that?
this stuff?
I
Are
don't
you
know.
just good
Your
at high
friends.
diving?
I don't know, dude.
You have these extra talents, Tommy.
Dude, I don't know. I just grew up with 4 older brothers, and I hung out with all the older kids. So we'd go and swim at the local pool, and they had the low dive and the high dive. And if you go off the low dive, you're kind of a puss. So we'd always go off the high dive, and then eventually, like, everybody just started doing flips and everything else. So I'm like, oh, I could do a flip, and then turn into double flip and whatever else. And I don't know. I guess it's just fun to do.
So you could double flip. What else are we talking here?
I don't
You
know.
probably have.
He can do the gainer. He can do a flip and a half where you end
Yeah.
up diving. I've heard about it all. He's a fucked up fucking
I guess.
flip diver. It's
could
true.
do it.
It's true. The quote is true.
Hey, Brink said that he read in your Transworld checkout that Meryl Streep is your celebrity crush.
That's what I wrote. Yep. Well, that's what I said.
So was there a reason that you wrote that? Are you
Is that a
into
joke,
Meryl
or-
Streep? Or
Well, it's not a joke. Like Meryl Streep used to be a babe.
Yeah.
You did your research. How long ago did you know I was coming on the show? I found out yesterday.
Found out yesterday.
You found out yesterday.
Yeah.
Nice. Good hustle.
Yeah.
There's more.
Nick, can you give us a rundown of everywhere you've lived up in, like, because we've been told that you've lived in quite a few places.
Yeah. So I was born in England, in Epsom. My parents were living there at the time. And then it was like 9 months after I was born, we moved to India, and then we lived there for like 2.5 years. And then we moved to Oman, which is like a coastal country in the Middle East. And we lived there for like 4 years or something. And then we moved to Indonesia,
Yeah.
to Jakarta. And then we lived there for like 3.5 years or something.
Okay.
So that's all adds up to me being like, whatever, 10 years old or something.
Yeah.
And we moved to Australia, which is where my mum's family's from.
So you've been in Australia ever since, pretty much.
Yeah, living, yeah.
Okay, so do you have any recollection of living in all these different places at all?
A little bit from Oman, nothing from India. My older brother remembers a little bit of India.
Yeah.
A little bit of Oman, and Jakarta I like remember, because that was like whatever, like fucking 7 to 10 or 6 to
Yeah.
9 or whatever.
Yeah. Your accent sounds just like an Australian accent.
Does
but
it?
Do people
Okay.
think that it sounds like a mix between a bunch of different stuff?
Yeah, people in Australia don't think it's like that strong.
Yeah.
People have been like, oh, you have an American accent,
Yeah.
which I think to Americans would sound ridiculous.
No.
Yeah.
I got a funny quote about you. I don't know if this is an exaggeration. He was that kid at the skate park who used to wear a hat with a propeller on it and probably pushed Mongo. What does that even mean?
I don't know about that kid at the skate park. Fuck that person. No. I actually never pushed Mongo, but I wore a propeller hat probably for a year straight.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick, though. I wouldn't even know where to get a propeller hat.
I don't know where I got it from.
Was it one of the ones with like red, yellow,
Yeah.
blue?
Yeah.
Like Elroy Jetson style or whatever?
That's OG.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I like that.
Pretty
Should
sick.
do a line with one.
I know. I was gonna say you should get some tricks in that shit, dude.
Yeah,
You
it's
should
true.
run that.
Jamie shot a cover wearing my hat. It wasn't the propeller hat though.
Which cover was it?
It was Slam skateboarding. He was front feebling tram barrier in Melbourne.
And he was wearing your hat? Mm-hmm. So your hats bring luck, basically. That's what you mean.
Fame.
Shit, let me get one.
I'm not
Brings
the one
you
who
fame,
said that. Yeah.
fortune.
Let me get one.
I got
Get a
you.
hat.
I got you.
Actually, yeah. Tommy, I don't know if your hair will fit into these kind. Can you even wear hats? Like you're
I
just
think-
busting
No,
out.
I think I have like 2 tricks in my part with a hat on, maybe.
Really?
Maybe 1.
Like a regular hat?
Like a regular hat. It's like a chugger style.
I've seen you in
But-
beanies, but not.
Yeah, I rock the beanie all the time because I could just like tuck it all in there or whatever. And
Yeah.
then the hat, I don't know, I just like look like Carrot Top or something. It's just like all, it's tied down and it's all, it's like a little.
Yeah, it's a lot of hair you've got there. Hair farmer.
Someone from Facebook, actually, I should bring this up now since we're on topic. Chad Dravik.
That exists.
Tommy, since your mop is curly, are your pubes straight like your mustache?
His mustache doesn't look that
This kind of
straight.
shit, dude.
His mustache doesn't look
What's
that
his
straight.
name? You know who
I know. What
asked
is this creep's
Chat.
name?
Chad M. Dravik.
You're a creep. Dude. You're fucking so weird,
Yeah, that's
dude.
pubes being straight. My God.
I swear.
Wow.
What next?
These are the
Do you know anybody with straight pubes? Like, does that even exist? You're just gonna have a fucking like
Maybe
a
Japanese
shag
people.
carpet right here, just
Japanese people have really straight hair.
What the
Maybe we should call someone that's Japanese.
dude, that's insane.
It could.
I guess that's kind of like self-explanatory. Like, look at yourself. Do you have fucking straight pubes?
He
Like-
might not be old
Yeah,
enough
he might
yet.
not have pubes
Oh,
yet.
oh god.
He must think that your mustache is really
interesting.
straight.
It's just like pin
That's
straight.
extra awkward coming from a little kid then.
Hey, do you paint your toenails?
I don't personally.
You have your toenails painted?
They are painted right now.
So do you change out the colors and stuff? Because I'm gonna probably get a pedicure today. Just curious. Maybe we're gonna get the same color.
Well, if you want like gaudy, sparkly toenails, it might be kind of like mine. Wow.
Oh, you do like sparkles. You've got the Lady Gaga toenail thing.
I got flashy
Can we see
toenails.
these toenails?
Gaga.
Yeah, sure, if you want.
Yep.
Dan Lou paints his toenails too.
Yeah, my girlfriend does it. It's a good. We did it one time because we were super bored at home, and I like it. I do it all the time now. Tommy's not
We have
feeling this
nothing
shit.
to do.
Wait, you
Look
didn't
at my
tell me you got
toenails.
painted toenails,
They don't
bro.
look painted.
No, the chicks
Might
always
as well
want to do
paint
that
them.
shit.
Tommy's like waiting for the baby to hold his
my
There
hand
we
off.
go.
Fucking
Wow.
goodness.
Yeah, that's like the Taj Mahal of
Hold on.
nail
Let
painting.
me get
That's
a
gold
photo.
and silver.
Interesting.
That's adorned in gold and silver.
Let's get a little bit of the
Yeah,
sock
let's get
dust
the
off
lint
there.
off. Yeah, let's.
Well, it's brand new Zero socks. You don't. Life doesn't get any better than brand new socks.
Well,
I wish I'd
Maybe
time to
painted
paint
toes.
I
my
guess
toenails.
that's
Well,
a
that's what
good
I'm
thing
saying. I
for
don't
me.
paint them, so
Yeah.
I guess if you didn't do it, it doesn't count.
Tommy's not feeling the painted toenails. Huh? He's like, I don't
Hey,
know about that,
What
bro.
would you
Hey,
rather
dude.
have, straight pubes or painted toenails?
I don't know, dude. That's a good question.
Chris Rosanio says, if you had to choose between rollerblading or scootering for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Death, no life left.
I choose.
Is there a default?
Yeah, death.
Like, stop breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Die not trying. You won't try.
Quit,
Nah, neither of those options.
Quit
That's-
trying
Yeah.
altogether. Just forget about
Quit trying.
it. Yeah, like I stood up and like showed everybody else. I was like, dude, like what's going on? Dude, your shit is fucked. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like,
That's a pretty
And it was
tender
like
part of your body.
burning, and then I had to use turpentine